welcome to the Budgie Academy. My name is Amy. Today I wanted to go over and clear up one of the most common points of confusion that I see when it comes to talking about budgies, and that is, are budgies parrots? Ever since I came onto social media, every once in a while I get, a comment here and there that's like, oh, budgies are parakeets, budgies are parakeets, not parrots. And I think that there's a bit of confusion about what exactly a parrot is and what makes a bird a parrot. So today I'm going to go over all of that, clear that up, and answer the question, are budgies parrots? So if this is the kind of content that you like, you want to hear about budgie content, budgie care, budgie training, make sure you press the subscribe button down below so that you get notified every time I post a new video. So, are budgies parrots? Well, if you want to know whether a budgie is a parrot, you have to know what a parrot is first, right? So a parrot, the word parrot refers to any bird that falls under the order of Superfamily. So what does that mean? When we classify animals, animals are classified by their evolutionary relationships as well as their physical characteristics. So this is a system that we call taxonomy. So taxonomic classifications are the ways that we sort animals into different groups, and it occurs in levels. So all birds belong to the same class, that is the class of aves. And then within that class, there are multiple different kind of orders of birds. And one of the orders under the class of aves is Superfamily. So all parrots, so any bird that belongs to the order of Superfamily is what we call a parrot. That's what the word parrot means. Now, if you go into the classification of Superfamily, you're going to see that there are three superfamilies in that particular category. There's Strigopoidea, these are your New Zealand parrots, that's your kaka, your kakapo, and your kias. And then you have the Cockatoidea. This is exactly what it sounds like. This is your cockatoos, your cockatiels. That includes your umbrella cockatoos, your sulfur crescent cockatoos, your black palm cockatoos, your cockatiels, your galahs. So that's all of the cockatoos and cockatiels fall under the superfamily of Cockatoidea. And then you have the largest family, which is Psittacoidea. So the superfamily of Psittacoidea contains the vast majority of the parrots under the order of Superfamily. So there are just under 400 different species of parrots. Over 350 of them are in the superfamily of Psittacoidea. So that is the largest of the three superfamilies. And if you look carefully within that superfamily, you're going to find a genus that is called Melopsittacus. And within that genus, you're going to find a little bird that goes by the species of Melopsittacus undulatus. And that is what we call the budgerigar, right? So budgies or budgerigars belong to the order of Superfamily, and hence they are parrots. So I think where the confusion comes from is that people call them parakeets. And I think people have a little confusion on what a parakeet is. The word parakeet is not actually a taxonomic term. The word parakeet is sort of a generic term that refers to a big group of species of smaller, slender-bodied, long-tailed parrots. So that includes not just budgies, that includes your Indian ringneck parrots. Conures are actually parakeets. So you have a lot of these different kinds of species of parrots that fall under the umbrella of parakeet, but the word parakeet is not really a specific taxonomic term. It's not a specific species. It is a name for a group of different species with a particular set of physical characteristics. And I think this point of confusion also comes up with cockatoos and cockatiels a lot. And I think where the confusion pops up is that sometimes the large superfamily of Psittacoidea is called true parrots. And I think that meant like people made the mistake and interpreted that meant that cockatoos are not parrots, which is not the case. It's just that cockatoos are a separate superfamily of parrots. So a lot of times we get these comments where like, that's a cockatoo, not a parrot, or like, oh, that's a cockatiel, not a parrot. Like, that is not the case. Cockatiels and cockatoos are also parrots because they also fall under the order of Superfamily. So if you're ever out walking about and someone tells you, oh, that's a cockatiel, it's not a parrot, or that's a budgie, it's not a parrot, explain to them that all of these birds fall under the order of Superfamily and therefore they are parrots. Another way you can explain it to people is that parrots are characterized by a few different physical characteristics. They have zygodactyl feet, that means there's two toes in the front and two toes facing back, and they have a curved beak. So these are physical characteristics that you can see that are part of the defining characteristics of the birds that belong to the order of Superfamily. And so if you're wondering whether or not a bird is a parrot, you can start by looking at their beak shape and looking at their foot shape. And actually, if you look at both budgies and cockatiels and cockatoos, all of these animals have these characteristics. They have a very strong curved upper beak as well as the zygodactyl feet. So Next time you bump into somebody and they seem confused, explain it to them. Be like, hey, budgies are definitely parrots, cockatiels are definitely parrots, cockatoos are definitely parrots. So hopefully that clears up any kind of confusion for you guys. All right, that's all I have for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Bye.